Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome Naseem brother. We're going to take a look at the overall market condition and the signals, but before we go into the market, I would want to show you something. Let me see if you guys can also have the entire screen here. Okay. Okay, there's something going on with my display share. I think I am not able to screen. Okay, I think this should work. Okay, so before we go into the overall market analysis, we need to go and see some of the previous signals and how far we have come. So the signal was by BTC at current price, which was 10,700 and 107,700 US dollar, and the stop loss was around 1.7% below the demand, and you can see that my prices were filled. Then also I showed you guys the USDT on supply. We're going to take a look at all of them if they went according to how we thought they would go. Then BTC was at the level of demand, which it was here. Right now it's around these prices. And Dixie, which is US dollar against all the other currencies, was at this level of supply. And I said signals are in profit. Alhamdulillah, it was on Thursday. Then coming back to Friday, you can see that Bitcoin came for a retest and we took some profits around $112,000. But then obviously we do take profits at these levels, but let the rest of our position go in more profit. If that's the market, that's what the market is going to give, then we wait for a retest of the market, then we take the positions according to that. So alhamdulillah, so far it has been good. Then you can see we took profits again at $116,000. Then this was the next triggers which I gave you guys last night. Hold 114,000 on daily candle close, buy with 3% stop loss, broke 114,000, 111,000 is the demand. Currently for me to get better return on investment is 111,000, but chart looks quite strong. I can tell exactly with high accuracy tomorrow after deeper analysis. On a broader perspective, if things go bad, this could be marked as local top and we should see BTC below 100. So that is another way of seeing it in a longer period of time, but for short term it's good. Then I showed you guys a while ago, like an hour ago, that these are the two triggers for BTC and there's a lot of liquidations being built below. So now let's go and see all of them and why Bitcoin is going higher. You can see that it perfectly did break out, but this was the new trigger that I gave you. The previous one was actually closing above 114,000. So if we go on daily, if we come on daily candle, you can see that this daily candle closed right above 114,000. This was a small retest back in the level of demand, which we can see that in 4-hour chart that clearly there is a demand. Then the price was bought. I haven't bought it honestly telling you, I haven't bought it myself, but I did give you guys a signal if you guys wanted to enter. So that's how far it has gone. Now, if you see this, it hasn't played because Bitcoin just broke all these levels and went according to how I said it was a strong. So that's how we're seeing it right now. It's back to the level that we took profit, and this was a very quick run up. So I'm going to put this just to remind you that this was the previous signal, and so far since here we did take the whole ride of up like around 8%, which is quite good. Now if we go to 111,000, I will accumulate, otherwise I will wait for another confirmation in this level, because we have two levels, which is one is 117,000 to 118,000, which is this whole level of supply. That is much more scary because of what happened previously. But since we have broken this trend line, we should look for the levels of demand if we want to accumulate. Otherwise, we can take profits again here and let the price come down. Then we can enter here, which is 114,000, which is confirmed level. Okay, so we're still holding our position on Bitcoin. I just take profit at these levels. That doesn't mean sell all your positions. Now, I'm still waiting for this to play. We're gonna see if that will play in the future. Otherwise, everything looks clean. Now, this was the whole scenario with Bitcoin. I'm not gonna go into the altcoins because that's what I give signals in the premium to the students. But we're going to go right now. Okay, I will give you guys my analysis on all these: Ethereum, Solana, Dogecoin, even gold. We're going to talk about gold. But before that, we need to see if Dixie is at the situation that we wanted, and if it did go down. So it did go down just a little bit, but if you see, it is still trying to creep up, which is not going to be good for us if this level is broken. So we are still having a good level of supply for us to be sure that the market is in a good condition for crypto, and these smaller retests on US dollar would mean nothing for the longer term. It should drop lower, and we should see a much better performance in the entire crypto space. And the other one is USD CAD. If you see that this level was broken, we're still trying to hold this level. If it keeps doing this and also Dixie goes up, then that would mean that we will see a significant fall in the crypto space, and Bitcoin might be consolidating or coming down. But overall, altcoins are going to be bleeding in a significant way because dollar will be again strong against all the other currencies. So the biggest one is right now the Canadian dollar. Obviously there are others, but I think this is the most relevant one to do analysis on. The good thing is that this is the USDT dominance chart that when I gave you the Bitcoin signal and all the altcoin signals to go like the way we did so far was at this level of supply. Now if you see, we came here and this was a level of support. Obviously because of that there was a small retest in the market. Now if you see, it's back on this broken level of demand, which turned to a level of supply. Now it's dropping from that exact position, which is good for us. The more it drops, it's good for us. We have already a lot in the market, so the current positions, if I haven't gotten in, it's okay. I'm always content as long as I'm making profit, and that's what I'm teaching you guys, because uncertainty and speculation is not what we do. We take action based on how accurate a level is, and if the demand is well enough and our risk is less. So we enter according to that. We let the price come down and uh, we react according to what we see. Now, let's take a look at this. So one scenario was that we're going to hold this level, which is, you can see that it's also doing, it's the total, the same way that Bitcoin held 114,000. This is also holding, but you can see that we have a big level of supply. This needs to be taken out if we want to go higher and Bitcoin wants to go to uh, all-time high and even beyond that. So this level is much more important. We need to take track of it. So far so good, but in order to accumulate, if this chart comes down, where can we expect a level of demand? Obviously it's here at 3.7 trillion dollars. Below that is 3.57 trillion dollars that you need to take a look at. So total is looking good. Let's see total too, because this is where Ethereum is going to perform, and this is excluding Bitcoin. You guys have my voice, okay? Michael, you can also join. I think he got disconnected. Michael, you there?
Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. Bro, I am sorry again. Please call me sometimes, because once I get into the flow of charts, I cannot see the second screen that I have. Then when it gives me notification, I cannot accept. So yeah.
Sure, I'll call you next time.
Yes, sorry for that. It's just what happens. I just immediately go when it's urgent, so I can give you guys all the perspective of what we're seeing.
Sure, no problem, bro.
Okay. So guys, this is total 2, which is excluding Bitcoin, and this shows us the performance of Ethereum with all the other coins, which is healthy at the moment. And if you see, we made a level of demand and it is holding, which is good. If we see it coming again here, we will put our stop loss right below this, then take our entry here. Otherwise, the second place that we can enter, and it should have gone to that level which I expected, which we haven't seen yet, as this level of 1.5 trillion in total too. We're still coming into this level of supply. So if you see, all these charts are aligning together, and we are getting the whole perspective of what to expect from the market. Right now it's looking good, looking strong. Total 3. This is much better because the level of supply is a little bit higher, so there is still enough room for so many alts. Let me take a look at here. I was going to take a position. Since everybody's here, we can maybe go and take a position on Injective before it actually moves higher. I was waiting to, yeah, so perfect. I'll show you guys first here, then I will go and buy it on Binance. Let me show you guys. So again, another free signal to everybody live on chat. We're going to buy at this level of demand, Injective. If you see, we have a clear rally, and this is where the demand is right now, and this is the reaction to it, and it's perfectly confirmed. If we see it on 1 hour, this candle confirmed. Now we can take our entry right here, then let the price go higher. In case this goes bad, I will be looking at offloading right below this level, because this will be bad if we lose this line of support here. We could maybe go to this level depending on how the chart would look like. Then I will exit in any of these scenarios with a how much stop loss. If we enter here with like 3%, 3 to 4% should be the maximum risk here. Now I'm going to buy a little bit for my long term on injective at this point. Then also for the short term, so I can get the trade, and I will show you guys later in the upcoming days that how this trade went. So let's go and take it. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Order go through. This is absolutely not a financial advice. Please do your own research, then take what you think is best for you. Okay, my position is filled. Alhamdulillah, right on time. So I bought it right at the break of this resistance and the retest on 1 hour time frame. What is going to be my take profit level? Obviously not the smaller level. If it gets rejected, I will see and I will track it. At least 4 to 5% as this level that shows me. Then higher than that is around $9 to $10, which is this entire level that I am looking at. Then there is another level here as well. I'm just going to mark it as a level of resistance. Then we will see what is going to happen in these levels. Either way will take profits, or we will just close all the position that we have. So this is actually looking good for me, and you can see that on a higher perspective, if this goes well, we are looking at 33% profit on injective, which is currently very much undervalued, and it is in a good position to take a trade on. So let's go back to our charts. Okay, now that I talked about total tree, which is looking significantly good at this time, you see guys, if I don't take some positions in one of the coins that I previously analyzed, and if I have already position in that, and if I see that there is a better opportunity with the same level of risk but much more profit in it, I go and obviously take my measurement and buy it in spot and hold it for a few days, then let the market run and do its thing. So currently I took injective instead of Bitcoin, and I am fully in the market. Now let's go and see how this will perform, inshallah. I could be wrong. Please don't rely on whatever I say. Just learn from whatever I teach you here. So the other risk that is still there for the entire market is this level of Bitcoin dominance. If this is taken out, it still haven't taken out. 60% is what I am still looking at. In case this is taken out, then it would mean that money will flow into Bitcoin, or Bitcoin will be consolidating or will be coming down slowly, but altcoins will be bleeding if we get something like this happening on this chart. Otherwise, I'm still looking at this fall. Then we should see if this level is broken, then we can decide that if there is going to be an alt season, because this will be that indicator. This whole trend line, once this is broken, we will see the same thing we saw in USDT. What we saw in USDT was this. So I'm still waiting to see this happening on BTC dominance to be 100% sure that okay, it's an alt season and it's better to hold more altcoins and go all in on the altcoins. And obviously not every altcoin will perform, but the ones that will do, you will get to know inside the community in the premium. Okay, back to our chart. So I talked about Bitcoin. That's still my scenario. We are in a level of resistance. Previously, we sold this level perfectly. Where we bought was here. Then we let the market fall. It even went below. We bought here, then we bought here, then we bought here. We even bought a level here which was much lower than this because that's what we were thinking at that time, but we didn't sell it. Then we waited for the market to actually go higher. So that's the truth. Sometimes it does happen, but as long as you have taken profits in the higher levels, then you're fine. Okay, Ethereum USD. How is this looking? Let's go on this lower time frame so I can show you exactly. So I have previously showed you guys on the private these levels that if Ethereum could retest this level, it will go higher. But right now, if you see, it even broke this level almost. Yeah, it did the breakout. It's perfect to get a to scalp it till here or till this higher level if we break this. So you can see that it's still holding this level of demand. We might come here, but I don't think we're gonna come like this, because if it comes like this, it means that this level of demand was also not a good level. Then we might see it coming back to this 3,970 or 60 levels. That's how it's looking like at the moment. Otherwise, if you have already entered at this level, which we did take profit here, if you have entered here, then it's fine. We also took profit in this level. So you can see whenever we take profit and the market goes and confirms higher prices, it does come down back. And you can always accumulate if that's what you want. But at some point, I always prefer to keep my current position than take something else instead, because those if Ethereum goes higher, then all the other coins and altcoins will give me much more profitability instead of this. So that's what I'm looking at. And still the concern that is for even Ethereum to turn around from these higher levels of supply, which one we have resistance of 4,200 and the other one is the supply of 4,350, then this chart will break this level of resistance, then it will fall lower, because still Ethereum didn't do what we want it to do. So in order to really confirm alt season, one was Bitcoin dominance, confirming that it should drop the same way USDT did. The second one is Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Ethereum should really get some momentum, including all the tokens that are there. Then we can say that, okay, people are saying that it's risk on and there's a lot of institutional money hitting the market, then we can expect it to really blow up. So I would happily let the breakout happen and let Ethereum go higher to confirm that, other than going crazy in all those tokens right now. We're already holding so many of them from their depth, so there is nothing to actually worry and get greedy about at these levels. So I'm still gonna wait to see what will happen between these two levels that I have marked. Nothing else. Let's go take a look at Solana. Okay, so the range for Solana from here to here is not so much still, and we are still at this level of supply. If you see it, then it would still mean that Solana might pump just a little bit to give a trap to everybody at this level of supply. But we have already taken profits here and here after buying all these three levels. Then why should we be afraid of? If it is going to break here, then it will come back. Then we will buy it at 206 dollars, confirmed that it will go back to this level of supply. Otherwise, these are the two danger zones. Then if Bitcoin goes higher to 117k and stays there for a while, and Ethereum as well goes to 4,350, then you can expect Solana to do its last move to this level of supply. This is still a danger level for me. I might take a lot of my positions out, take a lot more profit, and even sell Solana in order to be sure that if we get a new higher low, then I will enter later. Otherwise, no hurry. One thing to again remind you guys is that these are all for our short-term trades, not for the long-term accumulation that we do around these prices, and we expect it to go to 300 to 400 to 500 in the bull market in the alt season. So that's a complete different thing. Keep it aside. You don't sell that. You just buy these lower levels. I will tell you when I will sell mine, then you will get to know. But at this point, still, I don't think that is necessary to do when we come to these levels. You just concentrate on your trading at the moment. Sol BTC, haven't done this. It went a little bit below, so we cannot expect it to perform very well or go parabolic and against Bitcoin. So we should confirm if this is now broken, which is now an updated level, we can move it into something like this. Then this will be turned into just a small resistance, and it might just go through it to give us a higher high. Well, let's see, but this so far it is a good rejection, and that's why I say to you guys to take profit at the levels that I tell you, but then I also don't FOMO to go all in again from the coin that I have already taken profit. I stay and look at the chart and be confirmed, then I will enter again later. Okay, so Dogecoin is giving the same signal like Injective and Ethereum at the moment. So if you still want to trade, you can enter here, but it's really up to you. There isn't much toward the next resistance. It's just 3%, but if that's what you want, then keep in mind that if this candle turns back bearish, then we will fall lower in Dogecoin. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, this was already the level that I have previously given you. If you have entered here, then much better, but I have taken profits here. I am out of, not out, like I'm out with my profits and Doge, keeping the rest if it's going to go higher. I'm already holding a lot of Dogecoin. It's still, I think, my current biggest holding, so no worries, right? Doge against BTC, struggling. Once this is taken out, then we can expect a parabolic run in Doge USD chart. Right now, no. You can see that it's still showing weakness on Doge Ethereum, but it is at a level of demand. So we should expect Dogecoin to run in the upcoming days once the market is in much healthier condition. That being said, let's take a look at what is happening in gold BTC chart. So yeah, this was amazing. I love this analysis that I did. So there were two scenarios. Let me show you guys again. If this level was broken, then it was going to be bad for Bitcoin, and gold would still keep going up. But then this was the other scenario, that it will fall down, which is my current scenario, and you can see that it happened. Gold lost at this point more than 10%, and that's what you saw. Bitcoin going up from 103,000 to 115,000. Amazing, right? That's how supply and demand works, and that's how people flip from one narrative to the other when it's time. Now we are seeing that gold is also losing this level of demand, which is crazy. And it didn't even go higher to retest those levels. And I gave you guys these 2 pence that it's going to go lower, and it did. So you can see that it's still falling. That's how it's looking for now. The risk, if this is reclaimed, then it's going to be maybe not good for Bitcoin for some time. Also, gold going up always doesn't mean that it's going to be bad for Bitcoin. It just means that it's going to go up now slowly. If it's going to go, Bitcoin will still outperform according to this chart. It will still outperform against gold, but the levels that we should be concerned about is one, this level of demand. That if this holds, then it means that the money will flow back to gold. Otherwise, if this is broken, then expect lower levels. I just see it this way, bro. Nothing special, nothing too crazy, very simple. And that's all. I think that's all the overall market. Now we can go to your questions, because we have like 6 minutes left to the meeting getting end soon. If you have questions, let me know. If not, then also let me know.
What do you think about helium, HNT? I feel like they're going,
Helium is
buying back a lot.
HNT, right?
Yeah, HNT. Yeah, they're buying back a lot of tokens, and the company seems to actually be making money right now. So I feel like it might be a good opportunity at the moment.
Okay, so if we see, because this is the chart that I have, let me see if we have more data on some other chart. HNT, USD. It's not allowing me to put it here. Let me. Okay, so it's very, very clear that currently HNT reached its level of demand, so it was a good play to actually take a trade here. It didn't fully dip in it, which it could, if what I told you that Bitcoin is going to do after reaching this level of supply. And you can see that we're reaching, it's at 160,000. That was quite fast. So 117,000 is just $1,000 far. So now this is on monthly. Let's come to weekly and see our analysis. You can see a level of supply here. Let me mark it down. So it could easily turn to a drop scenario, which will take us to this line. Like if you would want to accumulate a large amount, wait for 1.44 or 1.44, however you want to say it. Then otherwise, if you want to still buy a large amount later, it should be at the break of this and the retest. Then you can expect it to really go parabolic to the higher levels, which this is how it's looking. So you see, these are all the levels for HNT. If they're making money, if that's a good thing, but I don't know, that's like on-chain analysis and doing fundamental analysis. If you see a lot of money flowing into HNT, then start accumulating, because if your goal is for these higher levels, then accumulate at these levels. But if it goes down, you should also accumulate there. So if you are that certain, then also accumulate here when it goes. Otherwise, if you just want to take a trade, then wait for it to break this level. That's my view. Right now, it is at this level of resistance and supply that it has reached. So I wouldn't take. Personally, I wouldn't take at this level. I would let it come down. Um, okay, 2 more minutes. Any more question? No question?
Yeah, thanks for your answer because well, I'm gonna speak because nobody has questions. Yeah, thanks for your answer, and maybe if you have time, you can take a look at the fundamentals of HNT, and yeah,
Okay.
because yeah, so thanks for the analysis. I will for sure take that into account, but I feel like there is a lot of potential with this one.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Inshallah.
inshallah.
Okay, so we're going to end our session of live trading and live analysis on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets. If you're a beginner, join our course, because this is the only, maybe only, because I don't know at this point, the only Sharia compliant trading academy, which also has a very good community of Muslim traders, and it is quite cheap as well for everybody to come and study if that's what you want. Otherwise, you are welcome to study from anywhere if you think is good. We take the coins that are halal and we trade and invest according to supply and demand and institutional strategies. You're welcome to join our community, and our free course is also available on wop.com/halalportfolio, and the links will be down below. I'll see you inshallah next time.